I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make. This is a call to action and a call to arms to everybody within the United States that are scared, worried, have children that are transgender, lesbian, bi, or gay. This is a call to action. You need to arm up. Plain and simple. Go out, buy a gun, learn how to use it efficiently, through and through, because the time to act is now. You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your fellow transgender brothers and sisters and theys and thems. You need to protect the rest of us in the LGBT community, as I'm going to do myself, because there are lots of people like me who are not afraid to die. So you go ahead. You protect your kids.
You know how we are constantly being fed this narrative that certain groups of people have it worse in society. For example, trans people are oppressed, bullied. And I am not saying that doesn't happen at all. Seriously, I think all of us experience some sort of bullying at school, on the playground, maybe even as adults in a workplace. It is never okay to bully anybody, yeah.
I bully myself.
However, when this narrative spins out of control and we are hearing constantly, especially today, how straight, binary people, cis people are a threat.
Shut your f***ing mouth! No problem, John. Shut the f*** up, you c***! Shut it!
Yes, it's been a few years of guilting normal everyday people into feeling like they can't say anything negative about the other side, the trans side, because any form of criticism or objection will meet with the society banning you for being transphobic. We had people losing friends, losing their jobs, being cancelled online. So what happens when it's the trans person that becomes a threat, a bully? Have a look at this video.
Americans hate bullies. Bullies who aren't confronted can destroy the social order. What's Webster's definition of a bully? Quote, a person who habitually seeks to intimidate a vulnerable person. Well, that's exactly what happened when an immigrant working at a pizza shop called a transgender guy a guy when he took his order. Watch.
Do I look like a boy or a girl?
Him?
Me.
I think you're a boy.
No, I'm a girl.
Okay.
Okay. You wanna help me out with this slice of pizza? Here, you could actually have my pizza. Do you like those?
Yeah.
He's so mean, I'm not eating his pizza. You have to be more respectful.
Yeah, you are good.
You're not embarrassed to be ignorant and rude?
I am not good English.
I would never eat your pizza. In a million years, you're so rude. How are you gonna tell me I'm a man in a purse and long hair and nails?
Poor pizza shop worker who's struggling to rub $2 together and who barely knows English is getting yelled at by a trans guy. He heard the guy's voice, saw his Adam's apple, and called him sir. And then he was corrected and he apologized. And the trans guy still yelled at him.
So yeah, who was the bully here? See, it used to be about gaining equality for LGBTQ folks. Trans people wanted respect and to be left alone. Today it is not enough. Today they are roaming the streets and establishments with their phones, waiting to be misgendered, waiting to cause drama, working full-time as a professional victim. Poor hard-working immigrant even apologized, but that wasn't enough. He needed to be shamed, bullied, and blasted all over the internet. There is no excuse for this type of behavior. Not to even mention that the person who recorded the video reduced womanhood to having long hair, nails, and a purse. This is what I'm talking about, that misogyny is all good and well in our society. But it's men in dresses that are the biggest misogynists around, existing as living caricatures of women. Here are some comments. How can you call me a boy with a purse, long hair, nails, and a dick? Entitled trans communities bullying America and all women. This didn't happen growing up in New Orleans. People were just themselves. United we stand. And this one, mentally unstable is not a gender. He got that right. Before we move on to another example of trans bullies, please take a second to subscribe to my channel, and if you feel like it, check out my Patreon account linked in my profile. So here is another example of a victim turned bully.
I had a neighbor confront me for using the women's restroom. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman. I've always been known as Kaylee. I've always used she, her pronouns. And I'm like, is there a problem? She's like, yeah, you're using the women's restroom. You're a man. And I said, I'm a trans woman. She's like, no, you're a man. And honestly, I just lost it. And just started screaming and swearing. I just couldn't handle it.
Yes, so imagine you are in a public restroom. A guy walks in, beard, receding hairline. Let's make it even more extreme. You are there with your daughter who is trying to use the restroom. So this guy walks in. What's your first reaction? Yeah, you get uncomfortable, to say the least. You get scared, more probably, and all your senses heighten. You politely ask if maybe the guy was confused. You inform him it's a woman's restroom. He claims he's a woman. And if you insist the guy should leave, he starts screaming. He raises his voice and tries to intimidate you. Maybe even gets in your face. Who is the bully here? Who is the victim? It is absolutely disgusting that women have to deal with it, and it's so widely accepted. Someone said, I just started screaming. Ah, yes, because that will definitely convince a woman that you're not a predator. Another one, this is quickly becoming a safety issue. Any creep could claim to be a woman. Exactly. If my daughter was heading into the restroom and this person goes in there, I am intervening. This is just ridiculous at this point. Yep. And I wish all the examples I bring to you were isolated cases, but they are not. You all might remember this individual who called for other trans people to arm and shoot anyone who stops them from using women's restrooms. Well, we got an update video, a response to a news channel covering the story. Have a look.
Hello, I'm that Tara J that made that viral video. I love how you misgendered me in your video and just basically disrespect me when you don't even know me. But I'm here to tell you that I am a transgender woman and I will use the women's restroom and locker room. There's nothing you can do about it, or your audience or anybody else can do about it. I stand by every single word I said in my video, that if this is a call to arms for all of my LGBTQIA plus community. Go out, buy a gun, learn how to use it, learn your local laws, stand up and defend yourselves. Know this, if you do go into a restroom and there is a transgender female in there with you and you start a scene, you will be in trouble. You lay a hand on somebody and they defend themselves, it could be the last mistake you ever make. The law is on our side.
I honestly can't believe this is accepted, and that there are people defending this individual. Of course, many people from LGBTQ community expressed their disgust and disagreement with it, but there are many who agree and encourage this type of violence. It is insane. Truly insane. I did go through this person's TikTok account and it's hard to believe that it's not some sort of troll. But I also found out that he is, or at least was, under police investigation for things that were said in the videos. So who is the bully here? In general, we have been observing the behavior, manners, culture degrade into this.
Clearly was aggressive violence.
You suck. You suck. You. You're not wanted. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking
I don't know
idiot.
what to say.
Fuck
I guess
you.
these police
Fuck
officers are
you.
mostly
You
indoctrinated
hate
as well.
Everyone here.
They're afraid of the mob.
Because you're a
I think,
idiot.
I think they're afraid if they do anything to actually keep law and order.
You.
They'll be on the end of this abuse.
You.
He literally attacked him. The fuck? You might recognize the guy with the sign from my previous videos. It's Billboard Chris, who advocates for laws that will prevent kids being pumped with hormones or being able to consent to any type of gender-affirming interventions. That includes surgery, of course. And then he gets this individual waving a trans flag in his face, swearing at him for this and attacking him physically. Someone said, saying "F you, you're an idiot," to a guy just standing there wearing a "children can't consent" sign really isn't the best look. The guy impersonating a woman should go to jail for assault. Absolutely. And this one waving a pride flag while screaming "F you" in a man's voice, you can't make this shit up. Life has literally become an episode of South Park. Yep. And now we have an episode of South Park about it. It could be that in the past, when gay rights didn't exist, when the oppression and discrimination was truly there, because we are all well aware that in fact was there, gay people were marginalized and even unalived for their sexual preference. When we talk about those times, I agree that straight people were the oppressors. They were unaccepting, but it evolved. We've moved on from this. In fact, I believe a crazy overcorrection happened, and today we are divided more than ever because of the examples I showed you today, because of how whole LGBTQ community is being ridiculed by their own members. It's not about wanting acceptance anymore. It's about wanting to be a victim, no matter what. But as usual, I want to know what you guys think. Have trans people become bullies? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure to like and share it so the algorithm will bring you right back here. And of course, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications to never miss another Daily Freddo episode. That's all for today. Have a good one.
All of my LGBTQIA+ community, go out, buy a gun, learn how to use it.